Hi, second grade, Mrs. Houts here, and welcome to math class. Today is Monday, September 28th, 2020. Today we will be completing lesson 2.5, place value to 1,000. And our essential question, our big question asks, how do you know the values of the digits in numbers? So as a reminder, 342, that is a number, and it is made up of 3 digits. We have our ones place, our tens place, and our hundreds place. So our question is, how do you find the values of the digits? So how would I know what the value of just this 3 is? That's what we'll be talking about today. So please take out your math book and turn to page 73. Page 73. The directions say, write the numbers, then draw quick pictures. So I'm going to read to you the word problem, and you're going to write down the number that I say in this blank on your paper. So there are 245 sheets of color paper in the closet. Let's write that number down. There are 245 sheets of color paper in the closet. 245. Now let's show that with quick pictures in this place value chart. 2 hundreds, 4 tens, and 5 ones. So now we can see how much each place value is worth. We can see that our 4 tens really means 40. Okay, so we have 245 sheets of colored paper, and also there are 458 sheets of plain paper by the table. So in the blank right here, write how many sheets of plain paper. Write the number in standard form. 458. Now let's show that with a quick picture in the correct spot of our place value chart. 4 hundreds, 5 tens, and 8 ones. Now when we look at this, we can see the value of each digit. So if I was to ask, what is the value of this 4? We can see the value is 400. That's how much it's worth. So let's think. How is 5 tens different from 5 hundreds? Well, if we skip count by 10 and add these 10 blocks, we have 50. And if we skip count by 100 and add these 100 blocks, we have 500. Which one is there more? 500. Go ahead and look at the next page, page 74, at the model and draw box. The place of a digit in a number tells its value. So right here we have 327. The 3 in 327 has a value of 3 hundredths or 300. We can say it either way. It's the same thing. The 2 in 327 has a value of 2 tens or 20. So again, we can say 2 tens or 20, and that is the same thing. The 7 in 327 has a value of 7 ones or 7. Again, it means the same thing. So if I asked you, what's the value of the 3 in 327? You could either tell me 300s, or you could say 300. Now, when we have 10 hundreds or 10 hundred blocks, those add up to 1,000, which is this big block. So 10 of these, 10 hundred blocks equals 1,000 block. It's the same thing. It's the same amount. The 1 is in the thousands place and has a value of 1,000 in this number. So go ahead and trace over it. Let's look at the share and show box on the same page, page 74. The directions say, circle the value or the meaning of the red digit. So we're looking at the number that is written in red. And then we're circling the value, how much it's worth. So number 1, 702. Is that two ones, 2 tens, or 2 hundreds? Don't forget, you can draw your place value chart and label it ones, tens, and hundreds to help you. So now we can see that the 2 is 2 ones. Okay, number 2, 459. What's the value of that 5? So even though it's written as 5, it's not worth 5. It's in the tens place, which means it's 5 tens or 50. And lastly, number 3, 362. How much is this 3 worth? Remember, you can draw your place value chart. Even though it's written as 3, it's worth much more than that because it's in the hundreds place. So this is 300 or 300s. Make sure you circled these in your book as well. Go ahead and turn the page to page 75, and we're going to do the problem at the bottom, number 10. The directions say, write the number that matches the clues. So we have to read these clues to figure out what the number is. So we can draw, to help us, our place value chart and label it hundreds, tens, and ones. This will help us. So please do that on your paper if you haven't already. The value of my hundreds digit is 300. So that's how much it's worth. That means we would write it as 3 hundreds. The value of my tens digit is 0. So there's no tens, 0. The value of my ones digit is an even number greater than 7. So remember, even numbers have to have a partner. So if we have 7, we have 7 circles, and we have a pair, a pair, a pair, but this last one is missing. So we have to add one more, and now it's an even number. It's even. We added 1 to 7. 7 plus 1 equals 8. So our number, we can write over here now, is 308. When you're trying to figure out a number, it's really helpful to use your place value chart. And remember, you also have the place value chart on your pocket sleeve that you can use at any time. So please now take out your math practice workbook. Looks like this. And please complete pages, sorry, not that one, P31, which has all the things that we just went over, and P32, which has some review of things we have learned. Thank you, second grade.